Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching, ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. All right, Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. And again, endure. Okay, we're not home yet. This is not our rest. Okay, it says here in Baruch 3. And I'll start at 5, build it up. Remember not. Let me see. No, it goes straight to the point, Salakia. It says here, Baruch 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. We are yet this day in our captivity. We know that the earth was given unto the world was given into the hands of the wicked, the so-called, not the so-called, but the Edomites. Okay, the nation against whom the Lord had indignation with forever. If you don't know who the Edomites are, you think upon who are ruling the world. What nation? Okay, what nation? What race is able to put a whole world in lockdown? Okay, what nation? Okay, uh, is controlling the world behind the scenes. Okay, they have to have a nation because hey, everyone has a nationality. Okay, everyone comes from a different sect, and just as it says, um, a saying in the world, if you want to know who's in charge, figure out who you can't talk bad about. Okay, who's really running the show? Whoever you can't talk bad about, those are the ones that are running the show. Okay, and that's just to say that. Okay, to help you figure out who the wicked is. Okay, whom the people whom the Lord had indignation forever. So again, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So the reason why we're under oppression of the wicked, under the oppression of our enemies, is because the Lord had uh, because again, we disobeyed the ways of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. We disobeyed, we turned our backs on the Lord. So the Lord turned his back on us. The Lord is our defense. The Lord is our protection. Okay, and without him, we're left stranded in the midst of enemies. Okay, we are surrounded by enemies round about. Okay, and again, all that for prophecy's sake. Okay, so we have to understand coming into this knowledge, coming into this understanding of being an Israelite, of knowing who your power is, okay, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, doing the will of the Father, okay, following after Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity and righteousness, okay, you understand that that is the way, that is the only way that we can obtain salvation, okay. But having that mindset is something that it's a every day it's a constant battle. It doesn't just stop because okay, now I accepted Yahweh Shai, now I'm in the truth. Salvation is already given unto me. No, you have to endure unto the end. Okay, see, and each and every day, the we are reminded. Okay, regardless of how good your life is. Okay, regardless of how stable your situation may be. Okay, you always have to keep in mind that all this is gonna pass away, man. Okay, it says here in Peter, Second Peter 3. So like, let me bring it up quickly. Second Peter 3, and let me build it up. Second Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed with nuclear fire. Okay, speaking, and that's mainly in America, Babylon the Great. But there's other places on the earth which are going to be hit with nuclear missiles. Okay, and the effect of all those nuclear missiles being launched at the same time, okay, is going to cause the earth to shake. Okay, there's going to be the greatest, the biggest, okay, earthquake in all Earth's history. It's going to change the geography. It's going to change. That's going to create a new atmosphere on the earth, man. Things are gonna change after those missiles are launched, and once they hit ground zero, okay. And it says here, see, with fervent heat, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. The works that are therein, okay, not just the earth itself, but the works, the manner, the mindset, okay, of feminism, disobedience unto Yahweh Bashim Shai, that do as thy wilt mindset is going to be cast out, is going to be burnt in the fire. Okay? Because again, Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be a memorial to Zion, okay, of what happens to those that that disobey the commandments of the Lord, those that live wickedly. Okay? So that being said, uh, it's gonna be a testament. It's gonna keep. It's gonna be a memorial for those that are in the midst during the king. Those that are going to live in the kingdom of heaven, on the earth. You're gonna see and understand that it's better to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai rather than to suffer the same punishment as Babylon the Great, that whore. Okay, that deceived the whole earth. Okay, it says here, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, a new place where the righteous are going to be in authority and rulership, and where the people are going to rejoice. Okay, where peace is going to be established and increase evermore. Okay, where knowledge and understanding and wisdom shall be exalted. Okay, rather than folly. Where the fear of the Lord is going to be promoted. Okay, where judgment is going to be executed speedily. Okay, this is that's where that's what we're looking for. Okay, we're in a new heaven and a new earth, where indwelleth righteousness. Okay, you see, wherefore, beloved, seeing that. Yeah. Don't forget your. Oh yeah, can. Yeah, I'll be right back. Actually, give me a second. Bring the lesson still. Yeah. Tawarak. Yeah, we actually keep this for a bit. Yeah, and it says here, um, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spots and blameless. Okay, and that's what we're seeking to do, man. By enduring, by walking that path, that narrow path, man. Okay, striving to do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, denying the flesh, mortifying our members. Okay, walking in faith. Okay, trusting in the Lord that He will come and deliver us, man. Okay, not having a double mind. Okay, striving for perfection, okay, in the ways of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and cleaving into the Spirit, cleaving unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai by tapping into the Spirit, okay, by tapping into the Spirit, okay. You see, fasting, prayer, okay, doing lessons, reading, being immersed in the ministry, being immersed in the things that are pleasing unto the Lord, abstaining from evil, okay. You see, because again, it says here, because again, we're looking for a place. Okay, this is not the place that we're going to be established. Regardless if you're going to establish a business, let's say you establish a business here and it's very lucrative, it's very it's working. Okay, it satisfies your needs, it pays for your things. okay, and you're succeeding, okay, regardless, that's not, your mindset is not into the business. Your mindset is in the kingdom, okay? It says here, Micah 2:10, and it reads, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. We're looking for a place where dwelleth righteousness. This place, the kingdom where Esau Edom is in rulership, is not that place of rest. Okay, first of all, because Esau Edom was set up to take away peace from the earth. How can you rest without peace? Okay, it's as if you're surrounded by enemies, and they want you to, they expect you to fall asleep. How can you fall asleep when you know you're in danger? You're in that fight or flight mode. Okay, you cannot close your eyes when you're surrounded by enemies. You cannot be at rest when you're surrounded by enemies that want evil for you, man. Okay, you see. So again, this is not your rest because it is polluted. It shall destroy you. Okay, just as I said, if you close your eyes, okay, if you go back to sleep, okay, your enemies will destroy you. They'll take advantage of you. It's not as if they'll lead you the right way. It says that the nations refuse to bury them, to even tell us that we're the children of the Lord. Okay, they hid the name of the Lord. Okay, Psalms 83. They were confederate in making sure that we do not remember who we are. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. Okay. So it says here, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Okay? You see? It's going to destroy you. If your mindset is in the world, okay, if your heart is in the world, you're gonna be destroyed with the world, because you're not striving to build, you're not striving to make your calling and election sure. Here we go. You're not making sure to make your calling and election sure. Okay, you're not striving for salvation. Rather, you're working for carnal means. You're working for things that will come to an end. Okay, when you're following after Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're following after immortality. You're following after everlasting. Okay, things that will endure even after you. Let's say you die. Okay, on this side, it's gonna your works are gonna follow you. Okay, but if you only seek for vanity, seek for things that are carnal, okay, they're gonna, when you die, they're gonna die with you. Okay, they're not gonna follow you. Okay, and that's why pertaining to Moses, and I'll close up with this. It's Hebrews 11. Yep. Hebrews 11 and Hebrews 11 and 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents, because they saw that he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandments. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Okay, and that's the mindset that we are to have, because again, the things that are of this world, okay, are in a sense the pleasures of sin. Okay, if you're striving to succeed, if your focus is completely geared on the success of this world, okay, it's because your mindset is geared towards the pleasures of sin. Okay, if you, like I mentioned, if you have a business, if you have a good job, if you have things in the world, that you're allowed to have these things, but your mind can be all into these things. Okay, you have to have a pilgrim mindset. Okay, the day of the Lord, okay, there might be a situation that you can't go back home. Okay, there might be a situation where you might have to leave your job. There's gonna be situations where you're gonna have to make a decision. It's either you keep following after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay, or you stay, you turn back, you turn your back on the Lord, and you better yourself in this for this world. Okay, you better yourself in this world. Okay, and that's not the right mindset to have, man. You're supposed to be willing to lose everything for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for the kingdom, as it says, seek the kingdom first. Okay, before even your own ambitions and desires. Okay, you see, because Yahweh did not come to please himself. Okay, but to do the will of him that sent him. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so again, Moses choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Okay, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. So we have to have the same mindset. Okay, we're supposed to rejoice when we're buffeted, when the world turns their backs on us because we're following after righteousness. That means that we're doing the right thing. Okay, and we will be greatly rewarded at the return of Yahweh because we stood firm for the name. We stood steadfast for the name of Yahweh Hashem El Shai. Okay, we did not reject him. We did not turn our backs on him. Okay, but rather chose to suffer. We were loyal even unto the end, and that's the mindset that Yahweh Shai is looking for, man. The Lord, as it says, wisdom will try you, will take you through crooked paths, okay, to see if He can trust you, okay. Because again, the Lord won't just give you this blessing for nothing, okay. You have to make your mark. You have to show yourself that you are of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, okay. Because it's easy to say that you believe. Yes, I believe. When it's easy to say it, when you have the opportunity to go, when your life is not at risk, okay. When the things that you worked for all your life, let's say your job, your career, your business, okay, things of that nature. Let's say let's say your wife threatens to leave you if you don't stop going to camp. If you don't stop going to camp on Saturdays, if you don't free up your Saturdays to go hang out with her, she's gonna leave you with the kids. Are you gonna turn your back on Yahweh Hashem El Shai and go be the world's number one dad? Okay, the world's number one husband. Okay, or are you gonna tell your wife, hey, I'm here to serve the Lord, and He comes first before you, before me, before the children. Yahweh Hashem El Shai comes first. Okay, because he gave me this situation. The Lord put me in that situation. He can take me out of that situation. But regardless, I have to retain my integrity in the Lord. I have to retain my trust in the Lord, regardless of what happens. Okay, you see. So again, yes, the Lord will buffet us. Yes, the Lord will chastise us. But happy is the man whom the Lord corrected. Okay, well, yes, the Lord is judging us, okay, because of our sins. You have to remember, just as I said in the beginning, we are yet this day in the day of our captivities because of the iniquities of our forefathers, okay, which really is us in the reincarnation. We are those ones that are paying for the mistakes that we've made in our past lives, and we have to praise Yahweh Hashem El Shai because He judges us less than we deserve. Okay, so Tawara Yahweh Hashem El Shai. Okay, so again, I'll read it, Hebrews 11 and 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to the years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction, okay, with the people of the Most High, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward, which is what the kingdom of heaven, which is what salvation, which is what everything else that comes with it. Joy everlasting, peace everlasting, peace growing, the pleasures of really having a family, okay, to really enjoy the pleasures of life, okay, life itself, okay, because you're really not enjoying things here. As it says, this is not a rest, it shall destroy you with a sword pollution. If it's going to pollute you, and you're going to be destroyed with a sword destruction. Okay, so if you are to put all your chips in the world, you're going to be destroyed, man. At the end of the day, either by the world itself is going to destroy you, or the Lord is going to just return and judge you, see you as an enemy, and you're going to be judged. As I mentioned in a video not too long ago, you go to the left hand. The only thing that is at the end of the left hand is woes and destruction and evil. Okay, and you still have to face Yahweh Hashem El Shai, so you can't deliver yourself. So the best thing to do is have them and pray unto the Lord that He helps you endure, that He puts it in your spirit to fight a good fight of faith, and to never turn your back on the Lord, regardless of how tough and difficult things get. Regardless of that situation, the Lord puts you through a situation because He knows that you can overcome it if you are of the elect. Pray unto the Lord, man. Put on as the elect and make your calling and election sure. Endure, because this is not our rest, man. We're looking for better things to come, man. All right, this is not the end all be all. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. I like to give out honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Achak, Wadash. Until next lesson, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Rakatah. Lord willing, this was edifying.